Hi students, good morning. So, as all of you know, the topic that we're going about is on Unit 2, Ivan's Story, written by Catherine Applegate. And this story is about a gorilla. As we already discussed, and I know most of you have read the story and you got to know about the story. But today, we're going to see in brief So, this story was written by the author Catherine Applegate. She is an American writer whose works include fantasy and adventure novels. A children's novel, The One and Only Ivan, has been recognized for the way in which the writer makes us think about how we treat animals and the feelings that animals have. So, this story is written about a gorilla. A gorilla who lived in a cage at a mall and spent his 27 years either living in a human home or at the mall. The story told by Ivan is about how he and his nearly forgotten his life in the wild. The book was inspired by the true story of Ivan, who lived in a similar situation for 27 years. Hi students, as I told in the early PPT and in my live session, we all think that animals are very happy to live with us, that we give them the best. But that is it in this case. When we split them from their own families, from their own kind, they go through a lot of emotional bonding where they start to miss their family members. And this is the story of the gorilla and how he missed his troop of monkeys. So the first para we have here is about the grunt. As all of you know, grunt means, the meaning of grunt is a short and or a low sound. So the grunt here says, I was born in a place humans call Central Africa, in a dense rainforest so beautiful. No crayons could ever do it justice. Gorillas do not name their newborns right away, the way humans do. We get to know our babies first. We wait to see hints of what might yet be. When they saw how much she loved to chase me around the forest, my parents decided on my twin sister's name, Tag, on how I loved to play tag with my sister. She was nimble, but when I got too close, she would leap onto my unsuspecting father. Then I would join her, and we would bounce on his belly until he gave us that grunt, a sound that meant enough. So as you see, this grunt is, is telling you the dense, the place where he was born and how dense the rainforest was, and how he enjoyed with his sister and how she got her name Tag, and the entire bonding that he had with his family. And when they used to jump on his father's back, he just used to give them a grunt, which used to say, you know what, it's enough. But though they used to live in the rainforest and play, the same old game over and over again, they never used to get bored. They used to enjoy their life in the wild. The next character in the story is about Mud. It did not take long for my parents to find my name. All day long, every day, I made pictures I drew on rocks and bark and my poor mother's back. I use the sap from leaves. I use the juice from fruits. But mostly I used mud. And that is why they called me Mud. To a human, mud might not sound like much, but to me, that was everything. So this monkey says, you know what? I was named Mud. So what is mud? Water mixed in sand is known as mud. So in the wild, now when we say mud, we feel it like it's dirty, yeah. But this monkey says, when my mom calls me mud, I feel like the world is and everything is around me. I feel so happy. Why? Because he loved the way his mother used to call him mud. And why did his mother call him mud? Because all the time you know, he will be using mud and he will be playing in it. He used to, pluck leaves from the branches and squeeze it and get the sap, the juice out of it, and used to draw on the rocks, on the bark, and sometimes even on his mother's back. So everything, every childhood experience that he had in that wildlife, with all the natural environment surrounding him, he was enjoying it. He was enjoying the love and the bond that he got from his family, from the troop of monkeys that surrounded him in the jungle. The next character here is about the protector. So when I say protector, what is the meaning of protector? Protecting someone. So let's see. My family, which humans call a troop, was just like any other gorilla family. There were 10 of us: my father, the silverback, my mother, and the three other adult families. A young male family called a blackback, and two other young gorillas. Tag and I were the babies of the group. We fought from time to time, but my father knew how to control us with a simple scowl. And for the most part, we were happy to do what we were meant to do, to feed and search for food, and nap and play. My father was a master at leading us to the ripest fruit for our morning feast and the finest branches for our night nest. He was everything a silver black is meant to be: a guide, a teacher, and a protector. So, here in this para, the kids are talking about their family and how we humans call a group of monkeys, of gorillas, a troop. And it tells us how protective they felt with, their family, how protective the gorillas used to be take care of their babies, and time to time how they used to give them the fruit. They used to guide them to different trees where the trees had the ripest fruit, so that their babies would have nutritious food on a daily basis. So the big gorillas, the father, the mother, and the other gorillas surrounding them used to take care of their babies so well, so that they get the best of the fruits from the wild. And not even that, not only that, what else they used to do? They used to find proper, branches which is very strong, and the finest branches which used to be great nests for them to sleep. So these type of gorillas, they only sleep on trees. They make the leaves into a nest. They make it into a tight bed where they can sleep on it so that they will not hurt themselves by falling down. So their parents and their troop of monkeys used to be like a guide. They used to be like a teacher. They used to be like a protector. They used to protect them with utmost care. They used to give them full of love. As humans, we think only we can love, only we can eat. We can do so many things that animals can't do. But when it comes to the animals, they have their own bit of feelings. They have their own bit of food, their likes, their dislikes, like how we do, which once again, as the author said, that we don't understand the feelings and the emotion bondings that they have for one and other. The next para is about the perfect life that these gorillas and their babies, how they lived in the rainforest, in the jungle. Gorilla babies, elephant babies, and human babies are not so different, except that a gorilla gets to spend the day riding on his mother's back. Slowly, carefully, a young gorilla begins to go further and further away from the safety of his mother's arms. He learns the skills he will need as an adult: how to make a nest of branches, weave them tightly, or they will fall apart in the middle of the night, and how to beat your chest. So, as I said, in this part of the story, it says that how now, when we say humans, how do humans carry their baby? We carry them in our hands, we carry them, yeah, and we just walk around till the child is able to walk or crawl. Yes? But if you have seen monkeys, I believe that you have done. Have you seen how the monkeys carry the kids? Yeah, the monkeys carry their kids. The little monkey will just cling on to the mom's either the back or the chest. However, they run fast, or they might be climbing some trees, or whatever they do, the child won't fall down. There will be a, a grip which is so tight so that the baby gorilla or the baby monkey doesn't get hurt. So now this gorilla, as they grow from a baby to a young gorilla, or to a bigger gorilla, as they go from stage to stage, they start staying away from their mom so that they will learn to be to live by themselves without the support of their parents. They will learn to fetch food for themselves. As I said earlier, they would learn to, weave the leaves tight as a nest for them to sleep in the middle so that they do not fall off in the middle of the night. And they also learn how to beat their chest. So these are different, uh, as humans we have different natures. We that sometimes we're angry, sometimes we're smiling. So these are different types of emotional bonding and feelings that the gorilla has, and how they bring up the from a baby to a adult, how they grow and what they learn and how they enjoy their lives in the wild. So the mothers also teach. They not only teach them to hit their chest, but they teach them how to hit the chest with their noise. So you have to keep your palm like a cup to amplify, and when you hit your chest with this a cup like a palm, then you will be able to get the sound. How to move from tree to tree, don't let go. How to be kind, strong, and loyal. As a young gorilla, you make mistakes. You play, you learn, you do it all over again. It was for a while a perfect life. So, what happens? So, the mother teaches them each and everything from the baby to a young gorilla. She teaches them each and every how to tap the chest and how to become stronger. And even if they do some mistakes, she still teaches them to correct themselves so that they do not do that mistake again. And she also teaches them how to play and learn from what mistakes they have done. The end. The next part is one day, a still day, when the hot air hummed the human skin. So as we were seeing in the other, pairs, we seen that the different bonding that this gorilla had with his troop of monkeys. But the end, the day came that it was a day which was very humid. Humid means it was very hot, and humans came into the wild, yeah, and wine. After they captured my sister and me, they put us in a cramped, dark crate. So what did they do? The humans came into the wild and they kidnapped Ivan and his sister Tag from the troop of gorillas, and they put them in a crate. A crate is a dark cage. Somehow I knew that in order to live, I had to let my old life die. But my sister could not let go of it. She kept thinking about our home all the time till she fell very sick. So when he was caught by the humans, he felt that what, his life is going to be like this forever and ever. He was making himself ready so that he will be able to live. He will be able to move, get along with the human family. But his sister Tag, she felt it very, very, very difficult. She felt very sick and she died. The temporary humans. It was Mac who opened that crate. Mac who took me, and Mac who raised me like a human baby. I drank from a bottle. I slept in human's bed, sat in human's chair, listened while human words swarmed around me like angry bees. So this monkey says, after my sister died, I felt, the guy who opened the crate, opened the cage was this guy, Mac. And the words, the way humans speak, was like angry bees. It was like buzzing in his ears. He used to get annoyed. He used to get so upset, so angry with the sound, with the way humans speak. Mac's wife Ellen was quick to laugh but quick to anger too, especially when I broke something, which was often. I broke the blender when I squeezed 3 tubes of toothpaste and a bottle of glue into it. I broke my toes attempting to swing from a lamp fixture on the ceiling. I broke 46 glasses. Well, it turns out there are many ways to break a glass. Every weekend, Mac and Ellen drew me to a restaurant where they ordered something from me. I went to baseball games, to the grocery stores, and to a movie theater. So, what happened? Though they brought this gorilla home, Mac's wife Ellen, she was very, very angry. She was getting annoyed with him because, gorillas are gorillas. Yeah, he just wanted to live his life that he, lived in the jungle. But whenever he tried to do something, he either fell and he broke his toe once, and he also broke, things that Mac's wife had. He broke a blender and he broke so many glasses, which she was getting angry. She wanted the monkey to be just like a human, which was unable. The monkey was unable to do, though he was trying his best. He was not able to do certain things that he did in the wild. He was also taken to the grocery shop, he was taken to the theaters, he was taken to circuses. When he was taken to the circus, they did not have a gorilla. So this gorilla, he rode a little motorbike and blew out candles on a birthday cake. My life as a human was an exciting one, although my parents would not have approved. He said I lived happy with them. It was really exciting living with the humans, but I wasn't, really happy, and my parents wouldn't have even liked me living with them. Now he talks about being hungry. In my new life as a human, I was well taken care of. Yet at night, lying alone in my pyjamas, I longed for the cheerful grunts of a play fight and the easy safety of my nearby troops. Remember what happened to Tag? I told myself, don't think about the jungle. Still, sometimes I lay awake, wishing for the warmth of another just like me. So, what happened? He was so hungry, he used to lie down in his pajamas. He used to, cheerfully make, grunts, and he used to uh, think about his troop. He used to think about how they used to play and fight. But then he used to tell himself, what happened to your sister? If you're going to do this, then this is going to happen to you. So later, Ivan is sent to a shopping mall where he became a part of a stationary circus for many, many years here. He becomes used to human watching him all the time, and he hardly ever thinks of the jungle. After people being too protective about Ivan's living conditions at the mall, he is adopted by the zoo. So what happens? After some time, the human family, they gave him to the circus stationery, where he had to do many, many tricks and live his life. And he, just by living his life in the circus, he forgot that he was in the wild. He forgot about his life in the wild. And the day came where, you know, a family helped him, and the zoo authorities took control over him, and he was returned back to the zoo. Though the story started with lots of sad, you know, uh, emotional bondings, and how the feelings and how the animal survived without his troop, later we do know that he is being sent back to the zoo. Yeah, so yeah, I guess this story was, a little, it was interesting, and it was very nice to know how the animals feel. Yeah, and there is even more about the story. The complete novel is there, and if any of you want to know what happened to Ivan after he returned to the zoo, you can download, the story and go through this. Students, like I said earlier, I would like all of you to read the story over and over again, and I would like all of you to by heart go through the hard words and their meanings. And if at all you find any other hard words in the lesson that you do not understand, kindly write down that that hard word in your rough note, and you can check your dictionaries for the meanings and write it down. And if you still don't understand, then in our next live session I will clear all of your doubts. Okay. Okay, so I guess it was wonderful of you to have you be with me and enjoy this beautiful story. So all of you take care, students. Stay safe and stay happy. Thank you.